Have you ever struggled to find something on BrightSands? You're just running around aimlessly trying to find that specific item and you just can't and you don't know where to look. So you just endlessly run around until you finally find it and you're like, oh my God, this took forever. I'm never doing this again. Well, today that ends. I'm hoping that in this video, I can answer any questions about where to find specific items. We're going to go through every single point of interest in BrightSands, and I'm going to give you kind of the main rundown of what items are going to be in that area. I'm not going to go through every single item in the entire game. That would just take way too long. This video would be like an hour. I'm just going to go over the key items that you can find in these specific locations. And then in the description below, I will link the Cycle DB. If there's something I missed or a specific item that you're looking for, all you have to do is go there, go to the interactive map, type in the item that you're looking to find, and it will show you exactly where on BrightSands or Crescent where that item is that you're looking for. Enough talking. Let's just hop right into it. And we'll start out with Swamp. All right, so in Swamp, there's a couple key items that you're going to find. You're going to find waterweed filament and bright cat mushrooms pretty much anywhere around water. These are great for crafting recipes, and they're also great for questing. You're going to need a lot of waterweed later on for some endgame quests, so I would hang on to these. Now, if you're running out of storage space in your stash, get rid of them because they're easy to find. But this is where you're going to find those. You'll also find other things like metallic alloys, and this is also a great spot to find textiles if you're looking for those. Next, we're going to head over to Comms Base. Here, you're going to find print resin in some of the lockers. You'll find circuit boards and radio equipment everywhere. And then you'll also find interactive screens. There is a key card room here. This is going to be the server access key, and you'll be able to find lots of print resin in there, interactive screens, K-marks, key cards, stuff like that. Next, we're going to jump over to Jungle Camp. You're going to find some high-end loot here. Portable labs, print resin, zero system CPUs, auto loaders, green stims, interactive screens, master CPUs, bright cat mushrooms around the jungle, and much more. Also, if you do have the key card for the armory, you'll end up getting epic, rare guns and weapons there. So you'll have a lot of opportunity to actually make a lot of profit running the jungle, but it is one of the most dangerous spots on the map. So just keep that in mind as you're going through it. Next, we'll hop over to the Crash Ship. Crash Ship has similar loot to the Jungle Camp, just not as much of it. You'll find optic glass, portable labs, zero systems, auto loaders, green stims, interactive screens, master CPUs, smart mesh, all over the place here. All right, so now we have the parking lot. This is right off of dig site. Not a whole lot of loot here. It is a meteor spawn, so meteors do crash here a lot. So if you are looking for meteor fragments or meteor cores, great spot to go. But you'll find compound sheets, magnetic field stabilizers, copper wire around this area. All right, hopping over to the abandoned mine. You do need a key card to get in here, and this is the mine access key card. You do get it from some quest lines. You can also find it in jackets and stuff like that. If you are looking for key cards, I will have an annotation on the top of the screen to my key card farming route. Great guide, suggest watching it. But inside this mine, you will find brittle titan ore. You'll find titan ore. And then you can also find in the crates, there's 4 crates in the center, you can find smart mesh and magnetic field stabilizers, some other odds and ends. Next, we're going to head over to the Mustang Cave. At least that's what I call it. Some people call it the Pony Cave. It's the same thing. But this is located on the back side of the Waterfall Labs. In here, you're going to find 1 med crate, and then you should find an abundance of ore veins, both Veltacite and Titan ore, which you can get Titan ore, brittle Titan ore, and all the different types of Veltacite, Veltacite hearts, pure Veltacite, flawed, clear, and cloudy Veltacite. Heading over to Base Camp next. Now, this is a central part of the map, so be very careful going here. A lot of players run through here just to get to other locations, and it is one of the main extracts of the map, so you do want to be careful of that. In here, you will find zero system CPUs, circuit boards, radio equipment, interactive screens. You can find some other stuff laying around like metallic alloys and fusion cartridge batteries and stuff like that. But this is a very good location to farm key cards. There are some safes, some briefcases and stuff like that in this location up in the offices. There's also a key room, and it is the luggage room key. This room has a ton of safes and a ton of boxes in here to loot with some pretty decent loot. So if you do get this key card, hang on to it. You're not going to want to sell that one. Or if you can trade for it, by all means, it's worth the pickup. Next, heading over to the lagoons. Now, this is on the outside of the map. Very low traffic. The loot is not great. But in here, you can expect to find medical supplies, copper wire, salvage insulation, some of the lower tier items that you might need for stash upgrades. And if you're worried about getting killed, this is a good place to go and find those things without running into many people. Next up, we have Waterfall Labs. This place has so many different types of loot, from old medicine, optic glass, zero systems, fertilizer, biological samplers, medical supplies, water weed filament. If you need something, most likely Waterfall Labs has it. With that being said, it's a high traffic area, and it is 2 extracts on the map, which are typically very high traffic extracts. So you're going to want to keep an eye out when you walk through here. Hopping over to the Woodcutter Camp. Not a whole lot going on here. You have the tall house key. Honestly, trash key. Get rid of it. Don't carry it with you. Or if you do, it's not even worth taking your time to go up there. But you do find a lot of fertilizer and azure tree bark here, which you will need both for quests and stash upgrades. So super good location to find both of those. And it's kind of central to the map, so you can usually just run through it, grab some stuff on your way to somewhere else. All right, water facility. Now here, there is a puzzle, so you can get miniature reactors out of the puzzle. You have to place some batteries inside some receptacles, and then you can unlock a door. I'm not going to go too in-depth with it, but you can get miniature reactors from inside there. Now, the outside loot, you can get metallic alloys, compound sheets, copper wires. Any kind of industrial loot is going to be in this area. East collection. There's a East, and I believe like a South collection. I'm just going to go over one. At East collection, you can find metallic alloys, compound sheets, salvage insulation. Once again, it's kind of like the industrial items is where you're going to find it. There's also a puzzle here, just like there is at Dig Site and the water facility. This is where you can also get miniature reactors from that puzzle. All right, moving over to Dig Site. Now, you're going to want to be careful when you're here. If you shoot in here, people in jungle can hear you, so you want to be careful because they will come for you. But in here, there's a couple different brittle titan ore veins inside the downstairs of the main mine shaft. You also need to come here for a couple quests to get the mining cams and stuff like that. But you'll find miniature reactors because there is a puzzle here, just like water facility. You can find salvage insulation, metallic alloys, hardened metals, all that kind of stuff here. Moving on to the power plant, here you're going to be able to find magnetic field stabilizers, metallic alloys, as well as a couple safes, jackets, and briefcases, and luggage, which you can get K-marks, keys, jewelry, all that kind of stuff out. Not a whole lot to loot here, but there are a couple shelves upstairs where you can find industrial loot spawns. Hopping over to vaccine labs, we have kind of similar loot to Waterfall Labs here. Old medicine, metallic alloys, fusion cartridge batteries, biological samplers, and medical supplies. So if you are looking for any kind of medical supply loot, this is where you're going to find it. And finishing it all up with the science campus. This is a great spot to find industrial loot. That is pretty much all that spawns here. You're going to get shock absorbers, metallic alloys, compound sheets, magnetic field stabilizers, copper wire. All this stuff is used for quests and stash upgrades. So a great spot to go and loot. But it is a spawn point, and a lot of people spawn near there. So just be careful when you're looting and you're shooting mobs. There's probably someone nearby, so just keep that in the back of your head. And that wraps up this BrightSands guide. If I did miss anything, like I said in the beginning of the video, I do apologize. I will link the CycleDB in the description below. If you have anything that you're looking for that I didn't mention, go there, search it on the interactive map, and you'll be able to figure out exactly where it is. In the meantime, if you're looking to farm keycards specifically, I mentioned it earlier in the video, I do have a guide specifically for farming keycards on BrightSands, and I will link that as well in the description below. Stay tuned for more content coming soon. I have some great videos planned. Thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate all the likes, the comments, the subscribers. It means the world to me. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.